Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I usually do my book in the day. I'm going to the dome. I got a few issues. I got to do my personal rant. You know how we do it. Let's go, right thinkers. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. Put the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. The numbers looking good. Let's do what we do. Right thinkers mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. Don't make a difference to me. Right thinking is way of life, and that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, I'm on it, you know the deal, is that all right thinkers know thyself. And as you're a right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. So let's get together and make it happen for you to know yourself. I know me, I want you to know you. Let's go. I got you. Right thinkers, let's talk about understanding this. We are spiritual beings. What's inside? The essence, again, having a human experience in the physical body in this physical world called time and space. Understand that, please. So stop playing these games with me about what you believe. I don't care what you believe. I'm going to give you what it is, and you can do with it what you want. So it ain't about what you believe. So I asked you the question. I done got too far ahead of myself. Sorry about it. But the question, right thinkers, do you know yourself? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. That's what I do for you. Sorry. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. It's a lot of them going around. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You teach them. It ain't enough of them going around. But I appreciate you. That's why I do what I do. It's all for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. A lot of them going around too. Avoid them. I do. Sometimes you can't, so you deal with them. Okay. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. My job is to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that self. And to Mayat be true. Back to the heading, right thinkers. Let's talk about we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human emotional beings, not understanding the spiritual part of who we are. That's the wake up call, what I'm trying to get you to have for yourself. Let's go. We are, again, spiritual beings living in a human physical world of time and space. Yin and the yang. When the spirit meets physicality, you have human. The human person now had to have the what? Wherewithal, which we call a mind, conscious. I tell you, when the heart and the mind come together as one, you have made that union, the communion with your higher self. You become conscious of yourself. Hence, know thyself. Let's go. Our bodies is physical. We know that. And if you just gonna live on the physical aspect, that's the ego part of your spirit self. That's you identifying with what? Just what you want. Just what you want. Give me, give me, give me. That's greed. Those are all ingredients that make the ego go. That's what perpetrates the ego. What? Self-bandihizing. Ego, feeling the greed, getting what they want. Pleasures, even though they perverted, they wrong, but they still getting them. So that's what that's all about. Spirit and matter is a human being. And the spirit gives into the matter, which is the human part, the ego part. That's what I'm trying to get you to avoid. To be emotional is to be human. It's natural. You ain't got no feelings, no. But to be able to control those emotions and what the spirit try to get you to be, what? More under control as a human being. Live spiritually disciplined. See where we're going with this? And all religions perpetrate, that's what they're supposed to do. That's why I respect what they represent. They just don't do it. We understand that, but that's my point. I got nothing against religion. With self-knowledge, meaning understanding you so you can be in control of that emotion, that ego that you got to control, You can raise your human self. Again, lower nature human, higher nature spiritual. You want to raise it. Why? Because you can act, do, and be better. When I became a Mason, it's because I saw somebody conducting themselves in a way I wanted to be like that. We got that going on now. How many people you see want to be like what you doing? Well, most of the drug dealers, everybody want to be a drug dealer or a damn rapper. So, excuse me, get back to the lesson. But when you acquire self-knowledge by practicing philosophy that you can use and manifest for yourself, you ain't got to believe it. I don't give you a belief system. I give you a spiritual system, aka gnosis, means to know, experience for yourself. Religion is supposed to get you there. If you practice it the right way, it will. I know that too. Next one. Slow down. I'm going to a fire. Excuse me. Emotions. Understand this. We all have them. It's part of being human. But being able to control them. Emotions, like Set, are good servants, will serve you well, but they should not lead you. Why? They will lead you the wrong way. Perfect example. The more you let your emotions control your actions, when it's good, yeah, yeah. But when it's bad, it's really bad. That's called fetters. Why? Excuse me, you caused it on yourself. Self-inflicted problems are called fetters because the ego puts you in that position. It don't care. That's why you want it. You don't want your emotions leading you. They will lead you the wrong way. Like I say, it's a 50-50 shot. Just like marriage. Moving on, ain't going there. And your emotions go from, when you go from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat, they call it bipolarism. No, lack of emotional control. How about that? We never address the problem. We're going to call it something else and give it a name and ain't addressing the serious idea of what the problem really is. You need to control that. I'll give you some pills. Take these pills to calm you down. Really? Really? So, again, self-control over the emotions. You don't have to be considered bipolar when you can't control your emotions. You go from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. That's not a good way to live. But we got a bunch of people doing it. Moving on. And some people think it's normal. I'm just bipolar. No, you just ain't got Sorry, calm down. Yeah, I guess society. Sorry. Your emotions, again, I'm dealing with them. I have them. And I'm passionate about what I'm trying to get across. So it ain't about I'm all hyped up, no, but I'm passionate about this. So understand it. Again, I'm human. Emotions. When my ego was controlled, watch this. My emotions had me doing a lot of dumb stuff. Why? Just to satisfy it. Not nobody else, but me again. Anybody that I transgressed against, all I can do is apologize and move on. But I wasn't in my right mind. So everybody can play that. I wasn't in my right mind game. I do the same thing. I wasn't in my right mind. But that was then. Now you can't make excuses once you know. You can't play the I don't know or I don't know. Them games don't work no more. Once you become enlightened, when you have not yourself. You know yourself, you won't play games with yourself. Moving on. That's the part of getting there. You stop the nonsense that was doing before that. Again, if you made me happy back in the day, oh, I would reward you with coke, smoke, weed, money, whatever you wanted. Yeah, because I'm appease you appease me, I'm gonna appease you back. Give you what you want. That's the devil's deal. Excuse me. That's the most devilish concept you can ever have. If you have that concept, change it. Why? It's not going to serve you in the end. That's what I can guarantee. Now, that's why we change. Why? If that's your motive of operation, if you don't change it, you pay the consequence for that. That's all. I ain't got to tell you how to know. My name, my job. My job is to enlighten you, inspire, and motivate you to do the best for yourself. That's on you after that. I'm doing my job. And when you made me happy back the day, I repaid your year. That right now, you can make me happy about the viewership subscription and using my philosophy to the way it's supposed to be. And I'll be happy with that. You don't owe me nothing. Moving on. If you have power over others to control them, manipulate them, and you use it for the wrong purpose, Darth Vader is the perfect example. The devil, yeah, the philosophical concept of good and evil. You got to have both. Why? You can't have one without the other. And some people are going to choose evil. And all those who choose evil have to suffer the consequences that come with it. That's all. Don't worry about them. If you choose evil, you suffer the same fate. So don't say, wait, and you do the same thing. Pot can't call the kettle black. When you do the right thing, you on the side of righteousness, you be fine. Simple as that. It ain't but two sides. Moving on, just like gender. There ain't no other one. Sorry, get back. That's the lesson. All right, here we go. Where we at? Now, when you have power over other people's and you don't have a power over your own emotions, you're gonna lead them the wrong way. That's why I tell you that person who don't know but believe and think they know is dangerous. Why? Because if you follow them, you're going the wrong way with them. That's why. And there's a bunch of them out there too. When we use the bird analogy, aka when you see me doing this, the reason why they gave the angels wings, why? So they can ascend what from the physical world to the spiritual world conceptually. So understand. Oh, ain't no such thing as an angel. You ain't no wings gonna go out your back and you can fly. It's all metaphorical, all symbolical, mythological. Don't think it literal. We don't. Why? That's why we understand what we're doing. We don't have a bunch of beliefs running around here. I believe this, I believe that. No, we know it's a story to educate us. I'm giving it to you every day. That's the storytelling concept to teach people through what? Talking, expressing, enlightening them. Doing my job. Excuse me. Back to the lesson. So this, the symbol for your spirit, they use the concept of the falcon. Why? If you know anything about that falcon, Google it, and you'll know why. That's your spirit. It's the baddest thing going. Ain't nothing better than that. It fly faster, higher, and go in the water. You can't escape it. That's what your spirit is. That's the symbolic purpose of that. America used the eagle. We use the falcon with two shins in his hand, meaning eternity. Y'all got the eagle. It got weapons in one hand and, peace in the other, peace and war. Bad decision. Moving on, but that's what it's about. So the symbol for the spirit is the falcon-headed bird. When you see Haru, you see Ra, and Asar when he goes into the afterlife, those are the only people you see with the falcon-headed concept. I say, look at the headdress. Look at what they got on their head. Why? They're telling you who they are. You see how people walk, talk, and act. You can tell who they are. You can tell a Muslim different from a Jew. Right? So understand it. It's always been that way. So an enlightened person to an ignorant person, you can tell the difference. So moving on. When you see me flap my wings like this, I'm mimicking what? Our spirit ascending the body when the body ceases to exist. The spirit got the, I'm out, I'm moving. Ascending. It don't go down. It comes down to what? To get in the physical form. It wants to rise, but it can't go home. Why? It don't know who it is. That's our job as humans to find out ourselves. Hence, know thyself. I'm hoping this lesson is getting across because I'm really having fun, thinking I'm making a point, and I'm driving it home. Let's go. I ain't done. Your angels or angels are what? Spiritual beings that you create and put the wings on them. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's all metaphorical. I gave you the eye concept. It's the same thing. We taught metaphorically. Why? Because then you can envision it in your mind and you can manifest it for yourself. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little excited. Flying human beings, okay? We can't fly physically. Spiritually, we off to the races. That's the part. That's why Set is a four-legged animal. He can't race. He ain't got no wings. He can't ascend. He's here. That's why if you are doing his bidding, he wants you here. That's the concept of the matrix. All ignorant and negative people will keep the matrix supplied with what? Negative, ignorant vibe, low vibrational state that y'all love. Okay, another lesson, but let's talk about the spirit. Now, we are spiritual beings. Knowing that will make you aware of who you are. So now when this physical body is over, you go home. If you're ignorant, you want to have fun, and you'll be back. That's what you want to do? Come on back. It takes work and effort to raise your conscious level to be a better you. Don't take much effort to just do you. Been there, done that. Moving on. Here you go. Okay, here you go. Our spirits are waiting to be what? Set free. Meaning it wants to go back to its maker. We all know we come from God. So like the ocean, we're dropped from the ocean. We want to get back what? To the ocean. Conceptually. You can slice and dice truth any way you want and serve it. When you can do it with analogy that you can understand, it's best served with what? Understanding. Layman's term. I ain't trying to use a whole bunch of big fancy words to make my point. Real simple. Okay. I'm not a fancy guy. I'm down to earth. You want fancy? Go to them other guys who got that education from them guys. Well, your spirit wants to be set free. To raise it to what? its original form, its original essence of who it is. That's the purpose of religion, to link you back to your essence of who you are, to get you to God. Sorry about that. I know that. For those who follow it, do you know that? Or you think it's a quick shortcut to get to God? No, you got to put the work in too. Moving on. Spiritual beings who are ignorant of themselves are just human beings. Okay? Why? You ain't raised your conscious level past what you believe and who you think you are. Your ego is in control. It don't want no better. Why? It done edge God out. So you're on your own, philosophically, metaphorically. That's why. Your ego, again, is 100% emotion driven. That's all it thrives on, emotion. If it's happy, if it's good, it's happy. If it's bad, it's not happy. That's human nature. That's what you exercise when you live on the egoistic level of ignorancy of your higher self. I live on a spiritually disciplined lifestyle now that I have understanding and awareness. I'm not going back to being ignorant. It will change what? Your ego is 100% emotional. It will change what? Daily, just like the weather. Up, down, up, down. If you're satisfied, it's up. Unhappy, it's down. That ain't a good way to live. So your ego is your human self. Again, that part. The ego, ignorant of itself and God. Remember, ego edging God out. There's no God in the ego. Understand that. But it's who you are, and that's you by yourself. And that's cool. But there are consequences when you're going to need that spiritual help. It ain't going to be there. If you ain't depositing nothing to the spiritual bank of God, you can't get no blessings coming from Him. Understand that? And I'm not a preacher. Now, when you edge God out your life, you put, again, on your own. Understand this. Women are egoistic just as much as the men. But at the lesson about sisters with egos, they didn't like that. See, when your ego is being shown itself, it don't like what it look like, so it's going to rebel again for them and make their feelings. They don't like their feelings hurt. They based on everything's on their feelings. You tell them they pretty, you flirt with them, tell them how, yeah, they love that. Okay, you tell them the truth, fight. Moving on. So ain't much different. Again, that's the ego. Emotions without knowledge, watch this, is reckless. And you're going to have what? Daily drama, aka life fetters. Some people live a drama-filled life. What? They do the same dumb stuff every day and expect something to change. In the environment that they create, everybody's in that world gonna be doing the same thing. Like father, like son. But guess what? Like mother, like daughter, it don't change. Hello? Come on now. Let my man say, come on, somebody. My brother Craig. All right, good brother. Okay, doing his way, getting God's word. Anybody that's trying to help us get closer to God, I ain't got a problem with them at all. Okay, much respect, because I'm doing it my way. They doing it theirs. Me and my pastor like this. Okay, we on the same mission. What? To get you to God by any means necessary. All right. Now, emotions will give into you what? The intellect will give into you. Meaning your lower nature will acquiesce to the higher nature. Why? He can't win that fight. Simple. Now it's coming up. The good guys always won in the end. Now the good guys is winning in the end. That's not good. That's not good. Moving on, just saying, all right? And I used to be a bad guy. Moving on. Where we at? Where we at? Okay, women. Okay, movies. Okay, yeah, right here. Now, emotions will always give in. You know what? Set would always give in to Haru, all right, and want to call it truce. Why? Because he can't beat him. That's why. When the ego find out it can't really win, it will acquiesce. But the one thing it don't give into, it's going to fight. And when it's fighting for the right cause, that's the best person you can have on your side. That's what the allies are for. That's what your ego's for. That dog, you need to have a dog in you. Why? You got to fight. Sometimes you got to fight. Got to be you. Okay? So, because I have total control over my ego at this point, I seem to have no feelings. No, I just control them. So, oh, you don't know? I don't get involved. I'm not emotionally attached to this nonsense that's going on. Okay? If you ain't a friend, love one of mine, I really don't give a good hoot about what's going on with your life personally. Not to be, again, not, no, I just don't care. It don't do nothing for me. That's why. Last one, I'm wrapping up. I see the clock. Let me get this thing done. All right, I'm out of here. Right thinking is self knowledge, aka spiritual truth, which leads to knowledge of self. I didn't make it up. Okay. It's the philosophy that she thought that it's him. I keep telling you all the time. I just put my twist to it to hopefully get you to better understand it. If I gave it to you the way they give it to you, you might not understand it. But I interject and break it down, give you a synopsis so you can understand it, so you can use it. I can't give you a weapon, don't teach you how to use it. Knowledge should be taught how to be used. It's only good if it's used in the right way. Having it don't mean nothing. I got a gun. You got no bullets? No, that means you ain't got no knowledge. Okay, you got ideas, but you got no bullets. Okay, that's facts. That's experience. That's the bullets. Right thinking. Your emotions are your best servants with knowledge. Why? Because it becomes a better worker with what guidance. It's gonna do what it's do. But if you can corral it and put it to where you need it, I use my ego to get me up when I don't want to do, motivate me when I don't want to, put me in a position where it's gonna do without me, have to put much more effort. Why? I let the ego take over. And he loves that. Simple. When you know thyself, aka God, that means you have raised your lower level of consciousness up to know thyself. That's what it's all about. Every religion wants you to do that. Trust me. I'm just doing it my way. We all do the same thing. If you're trying to get to God, we all got our way. Pick one, choose one. And the thing is, whichever one you choose, you still got to put the work in. So knock yourself out. Let's go. I'm almost home. Now, self-knowledge and self-mastery is a spiritual truth that you can manifest, and it's been handed down from our ancestors. It ain't a whole bunch of belief, superstitious mumbo jumbo. It's facts and philosophical points of view that if you practice, you know they work too. And half of y'all religions got all our concepts anyway, so I'm not beat for telling me about Islam, Christian. I don't care about none of that. How you living? Show me that. We ain't got to go back and forth. I show and tell. Moving on with self-knowledge. Your emotions are not in control of your actions. I'm not driven by my ego and my emotions. If they get the best of me, I can calm myself down. If you don't have the wherewithal to calm yourself down, you leave for someone else to calm you down. When I get excited, I call my pastor to go in prayer. What if he ain't there? And that happens, so I got to go on my own now. So all the time, what you may need may not be there when you need it. So you got to depend on and rely on you. It's all in what you do. Moving on. Last one, wrapping up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. With right thinking philosophy, or right thinkers, know they are enlightened. Why? Because they are knowledge, they have acquired and did the things that obtain knowledge of themselves. Hence, they become enlightened beings. Why? They know who they are spiritually. Physically, we know what sex we are, we know when we're born and all that, but spiritually, you need to know thyself. That's the name of the game. That's right thinking philosophy goal for all my right thinkers. And in closing, may y'all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know my enlightened right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back.